All About Mission, and I'm Jennifer O. Today, we are honored to have Dr. David Wu with us. Dr. Wu is the ordained elder of the United Methodist Church who spent most of his life in the field of mission and mission engagement. Dr. Wu and his wife Shirley served as missionaries of the United Methodist Church in Singapore. While in Singapore, Dr. Wu served as the dean at the Trinity Theological College, and after Singapore, he was appointed as the Assistant General Secretary at the Global Ministries of the United Methodist Church. He served as the person in charge of the Mission Initiative Program with responsibilities to develop new missions in the world. He retired from the active service in 2006, but continued his mission work and teaching missions at various theological organizations in Asia, including Korea, as well as Australia. Thank you, Dr. Wu, for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Today, Christian churches around the world are very active in mission engagement. It is especially the case of the United States and also in Korea. But in your view, are there any ways for us to improve more effective and efficient in mission efforts?
The mission today is very complex. It is no longer like what it was in the past. I think the way the mission is being carried out by many churches in U.S. and in the Asian regions, those who are strong in supporting mission efforts, it is quite clear that reflecting the kind of social development that we are facing today in the world. One is that people like to be involved personally. And second, they no longer trust the authority, be that as a church or as a government. They would like to spend their money and involved in the spending the way that money is being spent. And so they work together and being involved themselves in the mission outreach. And this can be exciting in one sense, but can also be very messy. Messy in the sense because a lot of people, as more people involved in the mission, they are not necessarily trained and understand with mission theology that is correct, or understanding the context of mission that is relevant to the work of the mission, and they just go ahead and do this and do that. And by doing this and doing that, although they mean well, but sometimes it cut across sometimes not the wisest, not the best way to do it, and that is one thing. And but also at the same time, it's duplication. A lot of groups doing the same kind of things over and over, and then it's coming across with one another in terms of their efforts and energy. And so in that sense, it's not the best way to use their talents and to use their money. But I think we need to be proactive, not discouraging them, but need to do more encouragement, more training in terms of the content of mission that should be, and I think this requires a long haul, because doing mission education is quite challenging, and mission education is quite time-consuming. That the people need to be trained with a kind of mission context that they need to be aware of. And I think I can say on one hand, it's a good thing, because as they return from their own mission involvement, they got energized, they become excited about mission, because they experience firsthand what mission is all about. At the same time, as they return to their supporting churches, their own churches, they can energize and share this vision and the energy with the larger congregation, and get the church to be more involved in the mission. So in that sense, that is a good thing, but it's just a matter of coordination, how this can be done together for greater effect. Yeah.
All right, thank you. My next question will be, as you know, the Hope Father 2M Foundation's aim is to help the local churches and new Christians and the faith communities of the mission field to be economically self-sufficient. What are your thoughts about economic self-sufficiency and how it might be promoted effectively?
This question has to do with a deeper question of theological understanding. And this theological understanding also deal with our understanding of who we are as human beings before God. And God has created human being according to God's own image, and that means that we have a body, physical needs, but also we have spirit that long to have fellowship with God. So understanding of personhood in its totality, that have close connection with what the mission, how we should do mission. That means a holistic mission. We should care for not only the salvation of the soul, but also the well-being of that person in its totality. And this goes back to the Wesleyan understanding. I think that is most important. Sometimes the church had forgotten about this or unnecessarily separate the care for the soul and the care for the physical needs in two different areas. But they should be one. In that sense, God loves us, not only love our body, but love our soul as well. And these two should not be separated. I think holistic approach of mission should care not only the saving of the soul, but also the caring of that human person in its totality. And so the economic empowerment, the physical well-being, the healing ministry, but also the preaching of the gospel to bring them into the saving knowledge of Christ. I think this all should be seen holistically and should be combined together. And this again, require a lot of teaching and training in this aspect of mission.
Yes. Thank you very much for your valuable insight and sharing your time this morning with us. This is Journey for All. Thank you for being with us. I hope you will join us again next time here at All About Mission.